Good morning. Again, I am Madnavash sir, Faculty of Biology. In this next video, I am going to explain the structure of sperm. Here I have drawn a diagram of mature sperm. This sperm consists three parts. One that is the head region. This consists three parts. One that is the head region. Second is the middle region. Third is the long tail. Just you see here. And between the head and middle region, there is a neck region is also present here. Okay. Now come to the head region. This head region is a triangular structure. The proximal part is pointed, and this pointed part is called acrosome. It is called acrosome. This part is called acrosome. It is made by Golgi body. This acrosome is made by the Golgi body. So this pointed part of the sperm is helpful it to enter in the ovum. Then in the center there is a nucleus. In this nucleus this is a haploid, n number of chromosomes. Okay, haploid nucleus is present. Cytoplasm is filled around the nucleus. So this is the head region. This acrosome secrete a enzyme, very important enzyme. You should know well because it is mostly asked in the NEET exam. This exam is this hormone is, just I am writing here, this hormone a, sorry, not hormone, this enzyme, no, this enzyme is hyaluronidase. It is a enzyme. It is a enzyme, not hormone. It is a enzyme secreted by acrosome, and this enzyme is helpful to dissolve the egg membrane and help in the entry of the sperm into the ovum. This nucleus is haploid and it has produced as a result of meiosis division. Now come to the middle part. This middle part is a long and cylindrical part, and it is having many mitochondria. Here just you see this mitochondria is present here. This mitochondria is the ATP generating organelle, so it generates the energy. This energy is helpful for the sperm in movement. So during the movement energy is required, and this is supplied from mitochondria. Beside this upper and lower, this lower and upper basal body, that is called centriole, they convert into the basal body. So present, this is upper basal body, lower basal body. From the lower basal body a long tail, it is the long tail arises. So this is the structure of sperm. During the fertilization, this head region and this middle region, okay, head region and middle region enter into the ovum, and this tail is cut off outside the ovum. This tail is only helpful to give the movement this sperm, and with the help of this tail this sperm is able to reach near the ovum. This is the function of the one. So this is the structure of ovum. Then next next question, this is the next topic, this process of oogenesis. Here this I have drawn a diagram here. This first, that is the germinal epithelial layer. So just you see here in this way, just you can see here one, here is the germinal epithelial layer. This is the germinal epithelial layer. The cells, due to the effect of hormones, start the cell division and produce the ovum. This process is called oogenesis. Formation of ovum is called oogenesis. Here first is the germinal epithelium. So this germinal epithelium cells take part in the oogenesis. The one cell, as a result of mitosis division, divide again and again and produce a large number of cells, and these cells are called oogonia. Just you see here, these cells are the oogonia. Okay, now this oogonia, they enter into the second phase. It is the first phase. Here it is the first phase, that is the mitosis phase, a phase of multiplication. Here the cells multiply again and again, their number increases. So produced cells are called oogonia, and they are all diploid, 2n. They are all 2n, diploid. They are diploid. Now this oogonia enter into the second phase. Here just you see here, this is the second phase. This phase is the second phase. Now this oogonia enter into the second phase. There is no division at all, only the synthesis of the protoplasm, this replication of this chromosomes, protein synthesis, other these components of the cytoplasm are synthesized here. They increase in the size, so that is called growth phase. Second phase is the growth phase. Here size of the cells increases. Just you see here, this size becomes enlarged. It is a big size. That is called primary oocyte. It is called primary oocyte. It is still 2n because there is a no division. It is still 2n. There is a no division. Then this primary oocyte enter into the third phase. This phase of maturation, it is the reduction division phase. It is the meiosis division phase. So the primary oocyte enter into the third phase. Here reduction division takes place. As a result, you know very well that meiosis division is completed into the two phase, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, or rather meiosis phase 1 or meiosis phase 2. So in this way, the meiosis phase 1, two cells are produced. One small size is called first polar body. This cell is called first polar body, and big size cell is called the secondary oocyte. This secondary oocyte is haploid N. Okay, because division is the reduction division. Again meiosis second phase start. The two cells are formed. One, that is the second polar body, and this ovum. So it is the mature ovum. This division is called the reduction division, and entire process is called the oogenesis. Why it is called oogenesis? By this method, these ovums are produced. Okay, here inside this spermatogenesis given here, that I already discussed with you. So in this diagram, I have also drawn a diagram here again. This germinal epithelial, they undergo the first division, that is the multiplication phase. Then this oogonia are produced. Second phase, that is the growth phase, size is enlarged. Then third phase, reduction division phase, one is small, one big size. Again one is small and one big size. Ovum is produced here. So the same structure. Now come to this structure. It is very important structure. It is the internal structure of ovary. It is the section view. Internal structure means section view of the ovary. Here this first you see here, this blood vessels are seen for the entry in the cavity. Now primary follicle. What is the primary follicle? You should be very clear. During the development of this fetus, approximately 2 to 3 millions of cells are produced and they remain in the prophase first stage. After birth, there is a no formation of, after birth there is a no formation of cells. The cells start to the cells start to degenerate, start to break. At puberty, at adult stage, only the 60 to 80,000 cells remains. Just here during this 80 to 60,000 cells remain alive and other cells get degenerated. Now just you see here in at the time of puberty, at the time of adult stage, at the time of mature stage, the one cell is surrounded by the other cells, so they form a primary follicle. This structure is the primary follicle. Primary follicle consists a single big cell in the center, and outside is the layer that is called primary follicle, and this primary follicle convert into the secondary follicle, here just you see here, this is the secondary follicle. In this secondary follicle, it is the follicle, secondary follicle. In this secondary follicle, outer layer is called the granulosa cells. Outer layer is the granulosa cells, and inner cells is the primary oocyte. Inner cell is called primary oocyte. Now another layer is formed, so two, outer theca and inner theca. Outer theca and inner theca, a space is also produced, that is called secondary oocyte, and this secondary oocyte converted to a tertiary. Just you see here, this is the tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle means it consists two layer, outer theca, inner theca, and one side a mass of cells is present, and remaining part of this tertiary follicle have a space that is called antrum, and in this antrum a liquid is present. Here just you see here, it is the antrum, and it is filled with the fluid liquid. Here it is the mass, it is the mass of cell, it is called mass of cells. Okay, and here it is the layer. So this is called tertiary, it is called tertiary oocyte, and this inner mass is converted into the secondary oocyte. Now the tertiary oocyte convert into a Graafian follicle. Outer layer convert into Graafian follicle, and this inner mass is the secondary oocyte. It is called secondary oocyte. Okay, this ovum, that is the secondary, this ovum is the secondary oocyte, okay. Then here the secondary oocyte, at the time on the day of the 14th day, on the 14th day it get ruptured, and the secondary oocyte come outside the ovary. So this is it. Later on, this Graafian follicle ball convert into corpus luteum. Here this is the corpus luteum. This outer layer, this is the outer layer of Graafian follicle convert into the luteum. This is luteum. Okay, ovum is secreted here. If there is a no fertilization, then this corpus luteum gradually decreases, degenerated, and become disappear. Again new cycle start. Here just you see this small size is big size, small size, ultimately it get degenerated. So same things here, this first oogonia, second is the primary follicles and primary oocytes. So this primary oocyte is present in this here, size enlarged. Secondary oocyte, this is called secondary oocyte. Up to here it is the secondary oocyte. So this entire, just see, this entire process from here to here, here to here, take 14th day, and from here to this here take 28 days. It take 28 days. In this way, this menstrual cycle, along with menstrual cycle, this cycle is completed. The formation of ovum and Graafian follicle is completed in 128 days. If there is a fertilization, then corpus luteum becomes develop and becomes large and large and large, and stop the menstrual cycle for 9 months. So this is the structure and internal structure and process. Okay, thank you.